destiny is very cruel. I relate back, life is not about finding yourself, life is all about creating. I'll come back to this topic once I've concluded my speech. On a moonless monsoon night, a horrific incident happened. A family, just after finishing their dinner, they were resting. A forest brigade stormed into their house and ordered the head of the family to step aside. The head of the family, who was a noble man, stepped aside only to be abducted. The family was dumbstruck. They were shocked. They didn't know how to respond. Miles away in Bangalore, there was another family which was grieving as much about the abduction as his own family. This family was my family. My family, parents, 3 children, 2 daughters and 1 son. We were grieving at a time when we were supposed to be very happy. Reason for our happiness? There was a wedding that was supposed to happen in the family. The reason for our grief? Abduction of veteran Kannada movie actor Padma Vibhushan, Dr. Rajkumar, had set a series of events. Public outburst, anger, violence. These were some things that would occupy news headlines for days. Schools and colleges would be shut for unlimitedly would be shut without any days restriction. That was the time when my father called me, patted me on my back and said, "Son, prepare yourself. Your exams are going to be postponed." Exams postponed, putting in the same sentence. I was shocked. I was looking forward for a wedding and I almost waited my entire life. And then they are saying a wedding which was meticulously planned after my exams would happen in parallel. It sent shocking waves in my body. I stepped back. I took a walk down my memory lanes, my upbringing, my childhood memories, our family times, family dinner times together. They had one thing in common: my parents and my siblings. And here we were, a situation where in which I had to choose between my exams and my sister's wedding. I said, let it be. I will prepare well. I prepared well, not for the exam, but for the wedding. My father was a government servant and my mother was Mata Annapurneshwari. I call her Mata Annapurneshwari not because she cooked well, she had to cook in abundance. We were a family of bookers, we loved to feast. And she was she offered more love and affection in all the dishes she made. My lovely sisters made sure my preschool, middle school and high schools were smooth sailing. Imagine a lesson being taught thrice. Once from my sister during summer vacation, the second time during regular school hours, and the third time my parents would seal it off just before exams. I was bound to do little okay. I was an above average student, I did well. In my 12th, I got a higher distinction. Mind you, not so long ago, higher distinction was a honorable certification. Today when I talk to kids, when they say CGPI 98.2, 98.2 percentile, it translates to CGPI of 9.2, no, I'm getting into depression. I say, gosh, thank God I was born a decade before. I don't have to fight these battles. After my 12th, I chose engineering as my graduation. I did okay, not too good, not too bad. I was doing okay. And that is where all these series of events were unfolding. On the eventful day, my exams were supposed to start on the very day when my sister was set to get married. So on that eventful day, I waited for the Purohits to signal me. Soon after Kanyadan, we Kannadigas have, Kanyadan is a very big thing for us. Soon after Kanyadan, he signaled. I walked up to the stage, gave my sister a bear hug. I wished my brother-in-law. I hurried towards the cab. The cab was waiting to take me to my examination hall. I had 2 options, revise or relax. Obviously, I chose to relax. I took a power nap before giving my power electronics paper. I was woken up when my college arrived. I saw the watch. I was running 5 minutes late. I hurried to my examination hall. Just when I was about to enter, I heard a voice. Boy, are you sure you're in the right hall? I looked around, I saw my friends, I had familiar faces, they had a head start. I said, I think so. Then just when I was about to make my move, he said, boy, this is no circus house. I have seen many clowns, but I'm sure you beat them all hands down. This is sarcasm at play, and I was in no mood to understand. Just when I was about to grab my paper, he uttered the death sentence. He said, when was the last time you looked in the mirror? Every college student would have heard this many times in his life. But that day, I was taken back. That was the moment when I saw myself. Here I was, a clown, dressed up like in my sister's wedding occasion. I was dressed in a sherwani trying to enter an examination hall. Destiny was cruel. So coming back, life is not about finding yourself, life is about creating yourself. I had made a fool out of myself. It is better I don't talk about results. I failed my graduation. I got into a job, 14 years. I've been working in the corporate world. But there are some things that still haunt me. 16 years after, even to this day, when I'm about to get dressed with a sherwani, my loving wife, she gives me a moment for myself. She says, I'll be back in 5 minutes. I sit down, soothe my nerves, gulp that drink, and say to myself, it's just a wedding day, no exam. It's just a wedding day, no exam. Thank you.